This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Good evening and welcome to Euclid High School. Jay Ferguson, Tom Bauer, Joe Bach here. It's high school football and pretty much the game of the week in Northeast Ohio as the homestanding Euclid Panthers 1-0 on the season with a big win over Glenville, and the visiting Lorain High Titans in white going to kick from left to right. And Tom, this is a big game for both teams.
Oh yeah, they're both coming off 1-0 wins. Lorain beating Midview, who we hadn't beaten for a few years. So yeah, we're looking for big things.
Lorain's number 7 in this week's plain dealer poll. Euclid is number 3. Kick along the ground, rolls out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. 3 options. I think they're going to make us kick.
No, I think they're coming off the field.
Okay, he's coming out. Okay, when he pointed.
No. I think Rotsky's out in the middle of the field talking to the official.
He is. It's the 28, the 35, or re-kick. Those are the 3 choices for the receiving team.
It looks like you're sending an offense in now.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, that 35-yard line rule is, that's about where most people return the ball anyway in high school with the line drive kicks.
Now let's see where they're putting it. No. Is it at the 40? Oh, 37. I don't know. Maybe it spun out of bounds earlier than we thought, Tom. I didn't have a real good look at it the far side. Anyhow, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. The powerful Euclid offense is led by number 13, junior quarterback Dion Valentine. But the big threat is Brandon Wright, and that's him at 230 pounds. Kelvin Torres threw on the first give, and then friends join him. That would be Malik McCall and Savon Chavis for a loss of about 4. That's the guy they've got to stop, Tom.
I tell you what, he is a typical big-time Euclid tailback. Yep. A lot of size, a lot of speed. He's pushing for All-State himself.
And we're going to try the same thing the other way. That time it is...
There's a helmet on the field.
Smith. Somebody lost their head, as they used to say. Lost of another couple yards. Going to bring up a 3rd down in. Spotting it at about the just inside the 35. Going to bring up 3rd and 14. For Lorain, 40. Isaiah McDowell is over the ball. The ends are 3 Nate Melendez and 8 Malik McCall. Kelvin Torres, 51. Cairo Smith, 9 in the middle. 88 Jerry Evans, 32 Savon Chavis are the outside backers. Near side corner is Cam Davis. Snap back, shotgun formation, rolling this way under pressure. Gets it away as he's hit. And
they're going to mark it as a catch.
It's going to be a 1st down, too. On the tackle was Tyshawn Lighty, but not before. First off, a great throw under pressure from Valentine, who took a shot after he let it go out to the 49 for a gain of 15 and the initial 1st down of the game. They needed 14, they got 15. Lighty and Javon Manning are the safeties. Corner on the far side is Devontae Jackson, I believe, number 10. Trips to the far side now, single back. Whistle, and that's going to be
too much time.
59 moved. The left guard moved. Came up out of his stance account early, so it'll be 5 against the Panthers.
You know, Lorain and Euclid, very similar. Tailback strong.
Yeah.
Passing strong. It's going to be, I think, come down to maybe the quarterbacks make the difference in this game.
Quarterbacks and, a couple of junior quarterbacks. Yeah. And I think, just all the little things like turnovers and, the youth of the Lorain secondary is going to figure in big before it's over. Gives straight ahead. First hit by Cairo Smith. Gain of a couple. That's number 4, Joe Brand.
One thing about the strength of Lorain's team, those linebackers are all back. They're all aggressive.
Yep.
So, and even their ends.
6 of the front 7 are seniors.
Yep.
Savon Chavis is a junior who played, this is his 3rd year of varsity. 2 to each side now. And Rand goes offset. Valentine rolls and throws in front of Evans. It's caught. That's number 16, Clayshawn Ivory. Into Lorain, deep into Lorain territory at the 33. Made a nice cross-field move before Davis knocked him out.
Nice tackle by Davis. Nice open field tackle.
Nice adjustment on the route there, undercutting the linebacker and giving his quarterback a lane. Quickly to the line, I formation. This is the third different tailback.
Yeah.
This is Jabiri Mujad. He is, see, that's him with a big hole down inside the 20. Lighty with the shoestring at the 17. First down. And after a little bit of false start in the running game, they bust a big one inside. 1st and 10 Panthers at the 16-yard line, 17-yard line. Same look, cut back that time, right into the hands of Nate Melendez, and then Jerry Evans there to clean it, Zach Evans there to clean it up. I just had dinner with Jerry.
Yeah.
9:40 to go, first period, first drive of the game, and Euclid is in the red zone.
You know, I know they've been geared up to stop right and stop right and stop right, and all of a sudden they got two different tailbacks in there. This
is the speed guy right here, Joe Brand. They list him at 155 pounds and Wright's at 230 on the program. Stretch fake, and Valentine rolls. He's going to keep. Valentine pulls it down inside the 15 to about the 12. Give him the 12. It's going to be third down.
And about 3?
I'll make it about 4, I think.
Okay.
Very impressive opening drive after losing ground on the first 2 carries.
What was that long pass down here?
15-yard completion on third down, and Panthers haven't been stopped since. There's the quick bubble screen. Nice cut there by the runner. He's going to score. That is Damian Brown. Damian Brown, 12 yards. "12-yard pass from Valentine for the touchdown."
There's another similarity. I think their receivers are top-notch receivers on both teams.
Both teams were 6 of 6 in the extra point department last week. For Euclid, number 90 is Mamadou Mbai, junior kicker. Snap back, spot down, kick up, and he drills it. Mamadou Mbai adds the extra point, and 8:37 to go in the first quarter, and Euclid draws first blood. Damian Brown, the wide receiver, put it in the end zone.
Now, are we going to have one of those games where they're going to run up and down the field, and whoever scores the most and scores last?
That's
what everyone predicted.
Yeah. Well, the best part of both teams is their offense.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that.
And I think it's going to be a test on the offensive lines, because I think Lorain is big but inexperienced, whereas Euclid is big and they're all second-year players.
And that experience showed on that drive with the combination of run blocking and pass protection. When they threw, they gave him time to get the ball downfield. The bubble screen at the end was the only underneath pattern. Mbai's going to put it in play with the kick. Deep for the Titans, 19 is Cario Edwards, and 11 is Dalen Dower. Lighty's up here on the 32-yard line, Tom. Oh, no, that's that's Jackson. 10, not...
No, that's...
That's Dave. On the ground, bounces to Cario Edwards. 30, lowers the shoulder, 35, lost the football. Euclid's got it.
Come on now. Yeah. There's the mistakes we talked about. You know, those are the intangibles that you don't factor in.
36-yard line. That ball popped out and right to a Euclid Panther. I didn't see the number of the guy that recovered it, but it was almost like a handoff. It was so clean.
Cut it on the fly.
Number 3, Trayshawn Luton is who they're crediting with the recovery. This is a beautiful, brand new stadium. The old stadium, for those of you who've been to Euclid, is right behind us.
We're in the shadow of the old DiBiase, yeah.
They didn't just put new turf down. They went one better. This is a beautiful, beautiful stadium.
It's almost like you're playing in a bowl.
It is, yep, with the closed end where the band is. 1st and 10, Euclid at the 36. Lorain yet to run a play from scrimmage. That's the big fella.
Back to right.
Yep, that's right. Going left for about a yard. Brandon Wright. They bring a different look and a different package almost every offensive play. Now Wright's out, and they bring the 155-pound Rand in. Single back, trips to the far side, single setback over here to Tess Davis. Straight ahead, nice bounce there, but then
nice little
Cairo Smith meets him in the hole as he was getting blocked and took him down for a short gain.
Wrestling, we would have called that a lateral drop, not a tackle. Yeah.
Cairo Smith with that one. 7:40 to go. Titans haven't run a play from scrimmage yet. Rand again in deep behind Valentine. Now they look to the side. Signals coming in. 2 to both sides in the receiver department. Rand shifts to off to the side. He's going to go out 3rd on the side on the rollout. There's a flag.
It got to be a hold in
There's
that situation.
a flag, and that's McDowell that runs him out at about the 22. But nobody's going to move because there's a flag back at about the 35 or 36-yard line.
In that holding area.
Yeah. On the rollout, it looked like somebody got an arm wrap. And they're walking back, so he's calling for the football at the 46.
You have to mention McDowell left the noseman position.
Yeah.
Got blocked.
It was 17 yards downfield to make the
tackle.
All the way back to the 46. It's going to be 3rd down and 20 for Euclid. Now this is a big play for the defense because they need to get off the field here and pick the special teams up, number 1. And number 2, keep it a one-possession game before your team gets the ball. Nope.
Oh, I think there's a little movement in there.
I think the left side, I think he was going to roll this way.
Yeah. Isn't that where you normally say he was dancing before the music?
Yes, it was.
I think
but the music was playing. Now, I don't know if they go on a silent count on the, out of the gun, or as most teams do.
They just watch it like offensive linemen, just watch the ball.
This side of the line's jumped 3 times now, Tom. It's about the only thing they've done wrong. Substitution. Now they come in with a tight end. That's Raylan McGuire. Lorain goes to a 4 down as Torres gets his hand in the carpet. Gives straight ahead. Cairo Smith, ankle tackle, gain of about 5. Going to make it 4th and 20 at the Lorain 46. Good job by the defense there in the sudden change department. Tyshawn Lighty goes deep for the kick. Nick Rice, 14, is the punter. Lighty back at about the 10. Got to catch the ball here. Snap back. Boot is away. It's high, it's spinning, and it's going to hit short at about the 24 and bounce. Bounce down to about the 10, right
at the 10.
At the 10 where it goes out of bounds. Got a little bit more on that when I saw the spin on it. I thought it was...
I was hoping it was going to come back a little bit at us.
But the Titans will run their first play from scrimmage at their own 10-yard line. Down 7-0, 6:06 to go. Euclid scored on the opening possession on a 62-yard drive. And kicked off to Lorain. Lorain promptly fumbled the kickoff, and Euclid got it back on the 36. The defense held. In fact, added by a couple of penalties, pushed him back. And the punt. Now, Jordan Jackson is the quarterback.
By
4
himself.
receivers to the near side. Lighty to the far. This is Dalen Dower, and it's over his head. Second down.
You know, they're going to try to negate the
size
on the defensive line by getting the ball out to the perimeter.
Yeah.
But they're also going to have to get a couple deep ones because you see they're covering everything short.
Addis is the center.
You know, a lot of times they give away that short thing, but look, they have 4 defenders over here.
Tarpley and Alzier the left side. Beon Smith is the right tackle. Snap back. Jackson wants the same play. It's Dower breaks a tackle, puts his head down, gets out across the 20 for the initial first down for the Titans.
You know, and that little quad they have over there, that may have been a lateral for running yards. That may have been a pass. You never know where to give the stats on that.
Let's do that line again. Arthur Lucas is in there. So it is 52 Colin Thomas on the near side with Jace Tarpley next to him. Arthur Lucas and Alzier on the far side. Quick bubble the other way to Dower. Dower gets a block from Jackson, but doesn't get back to the line.
They're going to have to go deep to loosen them up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think the person they can go deep to is, you notice Evans is being covered by someone who's probably 6 inches smaller than him.
Yeah. And Zach, I've done it twice now tonight. Zach Evans with 6'3", 215, and runs a 4.5. So now they put the 3 weapons to the near side. With all 4 are over here. Unbalanced line as they have a back, and the tackle is on the end of the line on the far side. That is Lighty, and that had no chance of success. Addis is in there.
And I see a flag.
Yeah.
Now, is that on sportsmanlike on somebody?
It's going to be on somebody. Dead ball. That could be both ways. I mean. Okay. So the penalty is going to go off of Euclid after the play, and it's going to move the sticks. Instead of being a loss of 7, it's going to go back to the line and walk 15 out to the 33, where the Titans will get a benefit there, 1st and 10. Couldn't see or tell what happened. I mean, there was obviously a little extracurriculars going on there, but you can.
Here's the first time they have a back next to Jackson back there.
Jacob Addis snaps the ball, gives straight ahead, going nowhere.
Yes.
Is that Chavis? Yeah, it is.
That was Chavis,
yes. Going to lose a couple.
So the key is going to be keep them wide, but you got to get them deep.
Well, there's such a thing as too much respect sometimes. You got to try and play your game. You know, Al Davis, we don't take what the other team gives us. We take what we want. 5 receivers out for Jackson. Now motion is Lighty. He stops, turns around. They throw it to him on the motion. Stops, makes a move up the field. 40, 45, 50.
He may
down
go
the
all the way.
sideline. Got one man to beat. 20. Cuts it back. He's going to walk in.
Yes.
Tyshawn Lighty, 69 yards.
No flags. Nice run.
From Jordan Jackson.
He had to beat that first defender.
He made 2 great moves. He beat the first man, and then down the sideline when the guy had the angle on him, he just cut back to the middle.
Took the angle away from him,
So the Titans fumble the ball early, but hold, and then come back within an extra point. Mark Rodriguez, number 4. Ethan Nickel, number 82, sophomore wide receiver, is the holder. Kelvin Torres, the snapper. Rodriguez also 6 of 6 last week, Tom.
I'd like to see it 7.
Floated back the snap. He got it up and knocked it through. That's a nice target with that with that runway there. It's like the flagpole at Ohio State.
Yeah, something to aim for.
So Rodriguez knocks it through, and just like that, We're tied at 7.
See, now they're starting to.
And you know what?
Yeah,
that was a new wrinkle that they brought the motion man in motion like it was almost going to be a jet sweep, and reversed field, and he was the third man out on that side, and I don't think that Euclid was prepared for that.
Exactly, because no one came up to force it because they were rotating into the strength over here.
Right, yeah. When the motion came, they rotated to the side that they thought he was coming to and didn't come to.
Now, I think he'll run a jet sweep a little later on in this game to keep them honest.
Rodriguez will kick. First one went out of bounds. Deep for Euclid. Titus Jackson, number 2. Treshawn Luton, number 3. Luton is the man that recovered the kickoff on the
fumble on that?
On the Euclid kickoff, the Lorain fumble. Rodriguez bounces it over the first line. It was touched and goes down there at the 32-yard line. A little bit different look.
I like those big high bouncers because a lot of times strange things happen on those.
Well, and that well played by the middle man there, Sean Jackson Jr. for Euclid.
Catch the ball and go down.
Number 12, but he's a linebacker. And that ball was touched by the front line, so you couldn't play around waiting for a penalty to go out of bounds because you've touched it. And obviously it's a live ball. So Euclid takes over for the third time, but this is as far back as they've been at the Lorain 32. I formation. Straight back, 3-step drop, floats one out here over Cam Davis's head, and Dravon Lindsay, number 5. There's a penalty on top of this. I think it's going to be
late hit out of
a
bounds.
Late hit out of bounds. He's out of bounds at the 35 for a gain of 33. And I think you're going to tack 15 onto that down to the 21. And that's what's going to happen. Okay, so they spotted it at the 20, so it was out of bounds at the 35.
Yeah. I don't think he targeted him or anything like that. I think he just hit him as he was going out of bounds,
So right there, back into the red zone are the Euclid Panthers, I formation. Big wide splits on the far side. Give coming back. No place to go that time for Brandon Wright, Matt Weatherspoon, and Kelvin Torres. Matt Weatherspoon, number 12, on the nose for McDowell, is all of about 160 pounds, Tom. He's not on the nose. Now he's on the – he is at end. And okay, now he's going back to the nose. I was going to say he and McCall switch around again.
Yeah.
That's Malik McCall on the nose. A little bit more size. Rollout. He's got all kinds of time. He throws it long. He's got a man in the end zone. Flag pointing at 54. Now that could be downfield.
Which would also be loss of down.
Yeah, ineligible downfield.
Yeah, Lorain got called on that last week when Evans caught a touchdown pass, but they caught someone.
And just like I thought, they enforced it incorrectly. That's not a loss of down, or is it? Now they waved it off. It is not a loss of down.
Oh, so that they didn't do that right. It should have been still Lorain's ball.
Yeah, that's why Lorain declined it here. 3rd and 9. It was that was a 44-14 call, Tom.
Yeah.
Valentine under center in the backfield now. Savion Jones, a sophomore, is behind him. Trips to the far side. Single receiver near side is Lindsay. Fake the give, throws the out. It was too far ahead of Luton. And let's see what here comes the kicker now.
His extra point probably at the distance
but
from this
Coach Trotsky is electing to go for it. Look, 2 guys landing an airplane on the sideline. as they signal in the play on 4th and 9 from the 19. Unbalanced. Okay, now they're balanced. Big split on the right side, tight splits on the left. Straight back, looks to throw the bubble screen, and just not there. Well defensed by Cairo Smith and Cam Davis. They had figured that out. Coach Rotsky not happy with Savion Jones, the sophomore running back. And the Titans will take over on downs. 3:05 to go first quarter, and it's been an eventful one. Each team in the end zone. Lorain with a fumble, the first turnover of the season, and Euclid now loses the ball on downs. Titans' second possession from scrimmage. Let's see what they can do. They struggled mightily. Got a first down the first series, and then picked one up on penalty.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, there's a timeout, Lorain, as we only had 10 players.
Yeah. Cario didn't make it in.
Cario Edwards didn't get in time, and Coach McFarland's going to talk it over.
You see, they put the trips to the short side this time. They still had Chavis in the backfield.
Well, and interesting is that they had the three amigos, if you will, Dower, Lighty, and Evans, all to the short side.
Yeah.
You know, you would have thought, okay, I'm going to single cover either one of my speed guys, Dower or Lighty, or my big guy, 6'3" Evans. But they were all three over here. Now, what I think that would mean, Tom, is that one of them's got to be watched by a linebacker.
Well, you can see the difference in the coverages between Euclid and Lorain. Lorain still has two safeties, and they're still playing deep safeties. Watch Euclid; they're all crowding up on there to take away all the short stuff. So that's why Jackson a couple times is going to have to get him loosened up.
So now they come out with all four to the near side. Tackle eligible. That is Alzier on the end of the line. Now Dower goes in motion, jet sweep, lots of space.
Lots of speed.
25-30, makes a move out to the 42, 43-yard line, and they just out-formationed them there. They beat them to the flank with formation. Dalen Dower with a big run out to the 42 from the 19, 23 on that carry. First carry from, well, that's a pass. That wasn't a carry. That was the quick that was the forward bubble screen. He pitched it forward to him, so it'll go down as a pass. Dower hasn't carried the ball from scrimmage yet. Trips to the near side, two to the far side. Jackson, Dower, looks to make a move, has no chance. That play's going to lose 6 or 7 yards. I'm thinking the Titans are a little bit worried about the pressure up the gut from
I'm sure that's what they're doing, but they're going to have to keep them honest, though.
Yeah. Again, no running back. It's just Jackson. Fakes it. Now he's going to get. That's what they're worried about.
Yeah.
That's a huge loss all the way back to the 25. So it's going to be 3rd and 27.
Yeah, when you get big, strong defensive linemen knowing you're going to throw the ball, they can just unload on the rush.
I know Coach McFarland, this might be a quick kick. I formation, Jackson under center, turns, pitches it back. Chavis is wanting to throw it. And like last week, that didn't look so good on the trick play on 3rd and long. Last week it was 4th and long back there. I could, you know what, part of it was that gave it away to me. I saw Jackson take it, or Chavis pulling at his glove. Now it's funny because last year I went to see Eddie Williamson play up at John Carroll, and they ran the same thing with him out of the wide receiver position. And he threw something that looked like it was spinning like a helicopter blade. Okay, Titans with Devontae Jackson. Jacob Addis is going to snap. It's going to be a punt out of short. He takes a long time to get it off. It's going to go out to the 45 and bounce sideways out across the 50, right down the sidelines.
A nice roll.
Yeah, decent job. They just kicked for the first down.
Almost. You'd have to measure, though.
It's 27 yards on the boot, no return.
At least they got him out of the hole. At least they got him out of the hole.
So if you look at the yardage, Euclid's gone up and down the field, Tom.
Yeah.
And the Titans have had the one big 69-yard play. Other than that, they've struggled on offense. But the scoreboard says it's 7-7 with 32 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, you don't win the game in a stat. You win the game on the board.
Dower now in the backfield for Lorain at safety. He's going to give Tyshawn Lighty a blow. Out here is the matchup, Lindsey and Davis. I formation, they've got a wing now. Fake the gives. Valentine looks over the middle. He's got the fake man. Nice job, Raylan McGuire with it. He's run out of bounds. One whistle.
Flag way deep.
It's either going to be holding or roughing the quarterback, and I didn't see. It's about 3 yards deep in the backfield. And they're bringing it back, which leads me to believe that it might be on Euclid. You know, if you're going to come to one of these games, watch Coach Rotsky on the sideline. It's worth the price of admission. I wonder if he has a Fitbit on. I'd love to know how many calories he burns.
You know, I did some internet research, and a lot of the websites use the word fanatic. In a good sense.
Well, that's what fan, is
fan
short
comes
for.
From fanatic.
Well, it's going to be illegal participation, which means somebody counted 12 players for Euclid. That's a loss of 15 from the previous spot, which is going to take it back to the 32 and make it 1st and 25 instead of 1st and 10 down at the 35. Give straight ahead. Not much there again in the middle.
McDowell's down there low.
Little Isaiah was down low along with Kelvin Torres. And
no, that wasn't. No, that was not McDowell.
Weatherspoon.
Oh, Witherspoon, okay.
Yeah, 5'6" and 180 pounds. And we're going to talk things over. We've played one here in Euclid in this beautiful new facility. Euclid 7, Lorain 7. Back with more after this. Timeout.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Hi, my name is William Miller. I'm 16 years old and in 11th grade at Lorain High School. I'm studying auto tech through Lorain High's Career Tech Education program. When I started taking auto tech class, I said, yeah, this is what I want to do for a living. The program is hands-on. It was really cool and amazing. We go through scenarios about what's wrong with cars, learn how to fix brakes, do oil changes, a whole bunch of other things. I look at it as if it was my car. What would I do to it? We get to really get into the cars. My teacher, Scott Krashenko, is a very fun teacher too. He's probably one of the coolest teachers I've ever had. He trusts us, we learn hands-on. He taught us that cars are changing very fast. In fact, it's changing like every 3 years. I learned these things because I'm in the Auto Technician Career Tech program. If you are a hands-on person and love cars, then I recommend this program for you. I know what I want to do, and it's all thanks to Lorain High's Auto Technician Career Tech program.
Jay Ferguson, Tom Bauer back at Euclid Community Stadium. The Panthers of Euclid High School got on the board first, but the Titans answered with a 69-yard pass to Tyshawn Lighty, and we're tied at 7 as we enter the second quarter. Euclid has it 2nd and 22. Valentine got a slant to the big wide receiver, makes a move, gets out across the 50. That's Lindsey, Drevon Lindsey, who had a couple of big catches early on. And it's going to make it a manageable 3rd and 7 for Euclid. So the gain was 15. And they're giving him cushion to make a cut.
Yes.
And he's just going underneath.
And you can see they're playing as safeties at
they're 15
yarders.
Valentine wants to throw. Looks over the middle. It's got a man. Hits it. That's going to be a touchdown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nope. Makes a cutback. And all the way in. Damian Brown. Again.
Yeah.
From the 50. (11:10 of the second. And boy, he hit that between everybody. You know, now what the running has done a little bit is frozen the linebackers. And he was behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties and split them.
Yeah.
Bombay to try the extra point. Valentine is the holder. Snap, his back spot is down, and the boot is through the uprights.
I see that Wright only carried the ball last week for 13 times, but I thought that maybe because they beat Glenville so bad, and the same as Dower, they took him out in the second half.
Well, Wright had 13, Rand had 9, and Mujahid had 8.
So they spread it around a lot in this.
Valentine did not go downfield. He was 3 carries for -30, so you're thinking sacks there.
Yeah.
That's something for the Titans to keep in mind defensively. But the big play that the Titans scored on gets turned around on them, and Euclid goes 50 on the second play of the second quarter. Cario Edwards, 19. Dalen Dower, 11, back for the Titans. Mills and Manning are the next two. Jackson and Davis at the 30.
Cairo Edwards. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Mbai to kick. From left to right this time. Let's see if the Titans could do a little bit better job here. There's a boot down the middle. That's going to go into the end zone. That's a weapon. As we saw last week, the Titans started on the 20.
Every time.
Both times that Midview scored.
Yeah.
And, you know, you think right there that, you know, Euclid had their worst position at the 32 after our last kickoff. And that's 12 yards.
Lorain has to get a first down just to match that.
Yeah. And, you know, in high school football, if you're on the 20 and have to kick, you're going to be lucky to get across the 50. So, Jackson out at quarterback. Chavis in the backfield with him. The whole gang is over on the far side. Tackle eligible on the... Well, that's Jerry Evans. No, it's not.
No, it's not. That's a big tackle.
That's big.
Come on, Jackson. You got to run.
Jackson makes a move, but he's thrown down at the line of scrimmage. That was a straight run, but Jalen Jacobs was ready for it. Jackson's going to get a half a yard there. Chavis still back there with Jackson. Single receiver to the far side is Evans. He's got 8 inches on the corner. Jackson wants him. Jackson throws it long. That was Davion or Devontae Jackson. No, that's Jerry.
That was Evans.
He just couldn't get around. He did not get a release off the line. And that's what they were counting on, was him getting a release. And a great job by the corner.
That's the term they use, that shutdown corner. He did it by himself.
And that was Damian Brown who caught the touchdown pass for Euclid. So he knows. And now there's a timeout on the field. And I'm not sure what they just now spotted the ball. Okay, now we'll wind the clock. The long pass, and nobody retrieved the football from the sideline. Dower and Chavis in the backfield. Now Evans is out here to the wide side. Straight back, Jackson.
Here comes you know what that was?
That was early. That was going to be the hook and ladder, though.
Yeah.
He was looking to pitch it to Dower, but the corner wrapped him up nicely. Gain is only 5, and we'll have to boot it away.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with this is you only got one bullet in your gun, and that's the short punt formation, and they used it once, so now it's not
a surprise.
So now it's Jackson between Chavis and Dower. Straight bat whistle. Offsides, Euclid.
That might take it to the first down.
Wow. Well, if the ball was touching the line, it's a first down. So
from the 20 to the 30, even with my limited math skills.
Yeah, I mean, half a football is over the line. That makes it 1st and 10 Lorain. So they benefit again from the costly Euclid penalty on, this time, 4th down. The previous time it was on 3rd down. Jackson with Chavis. Jackson out to Savon. Going to be hit in the backfield by Brown. There's that man again. Damian Brown has both Euclid touchdowns, and it just
a lot of tackles.
10-yard loss there. And
I think they're going to have to explore the middle a little bit. Everything's out. Euclid has had a lot of success on the slants, the post.
Evans and Jackson far side. Lighty by himself on the near side, single covered. Got half a safety over the top. Jordan Jackson straight down. There's the pump and go. Lighty makes the adjustment, has it at the 38-yard line down there. Got the loss back and 8 more. It's going to go from 2nd and 20 to 3rd and 2. Make it a long 2 as the ball is just on the 38. It's got to go at least half the ball across the 40 as we know, for a first down. Tom, that's the first time I've seen the light up down marker.
I didn't even notice it, but I thought maybe the sun was shining on it, but it is.
I'm guessing, it's light. Jackson calls out the snap.
Here they all come.
Roll.
Come on, you got to get rid of it.
Throws it. Got a man. Got a first down to Dower. Dower breaks a tackle out across the 45. Nice job by Jordan Jackson.
Yes.
And nice job by Dalen Dower. Number 1, making himself available. And then number 2, breaking a tackle and getting the first down. So Titans, however ugly it was, Tom, minus 10 on first down, plus 18 on second, and plus 7. So it's out to the 45, 1st and 10. Now Dower switches sides of the field, goes back to the backfield.
I can see an option coming here pretty soon.
Give is straight ahead, and that didn't work. Chavis got away and got hit again. Back loss of 6.
I think those defensive linemen are just unloading.
The quickness factor. Jace Tarpley never had a chance there. I can remember when Coach Rotsky was at winning state titles and going to Columbus with Maple Heights.
Oh, Maple, okay.
He had 11 linebackers on defense, and that's kind of what he's got there. Now he's got the one big guy in the middle. Jackson wants to throw a screen. He's going to eat it. That loss is back at the 20, so it's going to be 3rd and 35. Now you can look for a quick kick here. They're spotted at the 22. Titans might be minus 70 yards rushing. Because those sacks are rushing plays in high school.
And they all count against you.
And I can't think of a running play that's picked up yardage.
No, there has been. No. Unless,
because even the jet sweep
with a little pass.
A little shovel pass. Jackson, straight back, flips the ball over. He's no chance. Dower unable to get the outside linebacker, and the Titans are back inside the 10.
They got to get to the opposite 45 for a first down.
Yeah, so they need 46?
Yeah.
Wow. And again, the Titans don't own punt formation. Now Euclid's got a man back. I just worry that they're going to come after one of these. Jackson gets it away. That's trouble. At the 35, that's touchdown. Oh, there's a block. We got a break because he is down inside the 10-yard line.
Block in the back, I think it was. I didn't see it.
Addis had the initial hit, I believe. No, that was Thomas. Colin Thomas, 52, with the initial hit. But Euclid's still going to have unbelievable position as they're going to take it back from the 23 to the 33.
And that was Damian Brown again.
Yep. 34. Every yard matters here. Euclid with a 14-7 lead, and lots of ways to get the ball to Damian Brown. Titans' lack of a punting game has really hurt them this season. Here's something you haven't seen in one of our telecasts before. Look at the TVs on the Euclid sideline for watch game action as it's going on. That's Vincent Jackson, the backup quarterback. Now motion. He's going to fake the jet sweep and keep it, and ball is loose. Ball is loose, and Zach Evans has it.
Yeah.
That was a jailbreak for the Titans. An 88, Zach Evans on the ball at the 40-yard line for the turnover. The animated Jeff Rotsky on the sideline saying, I think he said, I wish you hadn't done that.
How many words does it take to say it?
I wish you hadn't done that.
Yeah.
This is a school TV station, Tom.
Yeah.
So, Titans new life, 1st and 10 at the 40. 5:33 to go in the half, trailing 14-7. McFarland over with the skilled people.
I tell you what, the clock's down to 11.
They're going to have to call timeout.
Yeah. Maybe that's the plan. Wait till it gets down to 1.
That's what it was. Timeout, Lorain. Now he's looking for the water people. Oh, he's got a substitute over there.
Yeah.
Timeout. We're going to take a step away, too, with 5:33 to go in the first half. Euclid 14, Lorain 7. Back with more after this.
For the thousands of wounded warriors returning from battle, Wounded Warrior Project has developed the Warriors to Work program, a unique program that helps wounded warriors translate their military experience to the civilian workplace. The Warriors to Work program also works with employers to find the right job for the right warrior. Contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Jay Ferguson, Tom Bauer, Joe Bach back at Euclid. Lorain off the turnover, 1st and 10 at their 40. Jackson in the gun. Straight back, wants to throw. Lobs it out for Zach Evans, who caught the ball across the 50 to the 42-yard line. Gain of 18 on that one, and there's the size advantage. Throw it up and let him rebound it.
Mismatch, but it works.
You know, I've only been around Zach Evans since the spring, but he's going to make some college football coach look really smart.
Yes.
Because he's the full package. He's got the hands, he's got the knowledge of his dad, an NFL tight end, and he really can run. You don't.
Yeah, he got speed. Yeah.
He ran a 4.5 at Youngstown State's camp. Whistle.
Here comes that option.
That was going to be the traveling, though. Somebody on the left side of the Titan line moved a count early. Now that's 38. Mike Smith is in the backfield. Now Lighty comes back. Cario Edwards goes out. And also out is 17, Sam Clark, who's the JV quarterback. My putter is bigger around than Sam Clark's legs. He is a skinny young man.
Yeah. So I can see they're going to get wide with, starting to get wide with Dower. They're going to have to try it.
Nice job by Addis not to react on the movement there. Jackson gets a couple to the 45. Okay, that's a shoe. I thought I was going to say, why is there an official's hat on the field? But it's a shoe.
Usually,
so,
yeah.
Picked up 2, second and 13. 4:15 to go, second quarter, clock running. Titan marching band forming in behind the right end zone, and the Euclid Panther marching band off to our left. Jackson straight back, wants to throw long. And Zach Evans got pushed down that time.
Yeah.
The contact between him and 10, Jalen Jacobs, and both officials, the deep man and the up man, called it.
And, you know, that was something you had to do. I think he was beat on the inside.
Yeah, you know, he made the right decision.
Get your hand on him.
And if you get away with it, great. And if you don't, you've saved a big play.
Yeah.
Now, that's an automatic first down, and the ball goes down to the 30. Remember, it's 15 in high school. So that takes it down to the 30 of Euclid.
No, that was the first time they went over the middle.
Right. The Titans benefit again from the penalty late in the series. It was 3rd and 12. Jackson. Mike Smith steps up to pick up a linebacker. Jordan Jackson steps up, breaks it to the outside 25. Jackson inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Finished the run, too. Was no slide there.
No.
That's the Titans' biggest gain from scrimmage on the ground.
Negated a few of those sacks.
Yeah. Well, they've had sacks deeper than that, though. But inside the red zone, timeout, and there's an injured Panther on the field. And with that, we're going to step away, too, while they take a look at him, and we'll be back with more, including the halftime show after this timeout.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state. A major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
1st and 10, Titans at the 17 following the injury timeout. Jackson's in the backfield with Dower calling out a play to the wide side. There's the option. Dower, 15, 10, 5, slithers his way to the 1. Nice call by Jordan Jackson there. He changed that play at the line. He saw something that we had him outnumbered by 1 when Dalen got there, and Dalen got it down to the 2-yard line, gain of 15. So back-to-back big gains on the ground after nothing the entire first half. And the Titans are in business inside the 5, looking to tie things up before the half.
The problem is they haven't been able to take that big muscle with Chivas over the middle.
Jackson's got Dower back there. Dower took the snap, and he's going to lose 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Back to the 6. That didn't fool any. Make it the 7. That fooled no one. They're going to spot it at the 7. Loss of 5. Now, in a different kind of way, it puts more of your offense in play because you got more room. Devontae Jackson is the outside receiver. Cario Edwards switches sides. Evans is on the slot to the far side. Edwards is over here with Lighty.
I can see Evans over the middle on a pop pass.
Jackson in trouble. Jackson wanted to get rid of it, got back to about the 10 and couldn't. He had Evans at about the eye in Euclid, but it was back across the grain, and quite honestly, I'm glad he couldn't throw it.
Yeah. I knew that was going to, as soon as you see Evans go into the slot, you know he's going to go over the middle. Now?
Well, it's 3rd down and 10 from the 10. Timeout, Lorain. And now, Tom, there's two things at play here. I don't, depending on Coach McFarland's mindset. Do you have 2 plays to get 10 yards, or are you thinking that if I don't make this, I'm going to try a field goal?
They tried one last week.
But it was 44-14 when they tried one last week.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for the touchdown.
Well, I think a lot will depend on this play.
Yeah, because I think they think they're going to need the 7s.
Last week there was a 31-yard kick. If it were from this spot on the field, it'd be 27. Yeah. Coach McFarland is the Woody Hayes of the kicking game. When you kick, 3 things can happen and 2 of them are bad. You can miss or it can get blocked.
Yeah.
The only good thing is that you can make it.
Yeah.
Jackson has Dower next to him. Jacob Addis, the freshman, over the ball. Jace Tarpley to his right and Arthur Lucas to his left. Yusuf Alzir is the left tackle. Now, I'm not sure what they are. They want to reset the clock because there was a timeout. I think they're going to reset the clock to 2:10 is what I heard. In terms of things that aren't going to happen, yelling at Coach Rotsky to relax is not going to happen. He won't relax till 3 days after he's dead. Jordan Jackson to that's going to make things interesting.
Yeah. Now it's going to be
offsides because now it's going to be to the 5.
Yeah.
And right out comes the offending culprit, Omari Howard, the fullback defensive end. And he says to Coach Rotsky, relax.
Everyone's saying relax.
It doesn't happen.
Okay, they got him spread.
Yes, they do. 3 to the far side. Single receiver over here, Devontae Jackson. Dower is next to Jordan. Straight back.
Throw the ball here.
Got problem. He's going to run it.
He's going to run it in.
He's going to stops, makes a cut.
He's going to run it in. I knew he
that
would.
was great football awareness.
Yeah.
By Jordan Jackson.
Yeah.
A 5-yard broken play.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Tom? I'm going to tell you something. Jordan Jackson's not a basketball player playing football right now.
Now he's a football player.
He's a football player.
Yeah.
Number 1. And, I've known Jordan since he started high school on the basketball court. He has never impressed me with his speed like he has right now.
Yeah. I think his success in the basketball.
Well, everybody says the same
brought
thing.
His enthusiasm and confidence sky high.
Well, and Coach McFarland works wonders with the quarterbacks. I mean, he was building Jordan's confidence all summer long. I saw it firsthand. I mean, they were going over film, and they were, what do you do when you see this? And, some of the audibles and things that he's made. Mark Rodriguez will try the kick. Nickel is the holder. Snap was high, ball down, and off the upright, off the crossbar and through.
Did it go through? I didn't see it.
It went off the left upright, and I don't think it went off the crossbar. It went off the crossbar, then it hit the brick column. It's the exterior wall of the stadium and went through.
I thought it got blocked, to tell you the truth. Yeah.
So Rodriguez, degree of difficulty a little bit higher than normal. Great job by Ethan Nickel. He almost went up to a standing position to pull that one down and got it on the ground to where it could, be kicked. And Rodriguez was able to slow his motion to not pull that as much as he would have to miss it. Because normally if you go early, you're going to pull it.
Yeah.
And when you're a soccer-style kicker. And he was able to just wait enough that he snuck it off. Now they're signaling up to the press box for time. I have no idea. I think both teams are okay with 2:03. But now I'm hearing up here 156. So this is like the Nixon tapes. What happened to the 7 seconds? We scored at 2:03. We're kicking off at 156.
I think we want the clock to run, though. We don't, because you need a big stop here.
Rodriguez. Line drives it. It's going to go out of bounds.
See,
almost. One big hop.
One big hop. It's recovered.
Yep. At the 34, all they needed was a big hop, and that might have been a touchdown.
I don't know who the end is over there. Yeah.
I couldn't tell you myself. I was following the football. So let's see where they want it.
Is this like a...
Now they're going to spot it. Did it go out at the 39?
No.
I thought it went out at the 34.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah. No, it's a 35-yard penalty from the 40 to the 35. Right?
It's a 25-yard penalty.
25, yeah.
So I don't know.
Maybe
it's something that's changed. I am not sure. In any event, the ball is spotted at the 39-yard line. We still have 156 to go. There's missing 7 seconds. They're still floating around.
Yeah.
But Euclid is in the shotgun with Valentine. Moves the back up next to him now.
Here comes
jet
the jet.
sweep. 21 is Hawthorne.
Wow, is a nice.
Cairo Smith.
Yeah.
I don't know where he came from.
I thought it was being blocked real nice on the outside here, but he slipped the block on the inside.
Gain of 4. For those of you that have known Cairo for the past couple of years, he has reinvented his body. He is lean and mean right now. He can run. He and Kelvin Torres both have improved their individual speed. Valentine rolls. Valentine wants to throw and throws out. Caught. Stop and go. And across the 50 to about the 46. He'll stop the clock on the first down. First and 10 at the 46. Euclid with 2 timeouts left. Valentine. Again, now he's rolling to the near side. Well blocked again. Out of bounds. Jackson slipped, and in front of him, Clayshawn Ivory came back to the football and made the play.
That Euclid line blocks really nice on his rollouts. And they just kind of reach with him.
Well, they're very athletic.
Yeah.
That the difference in the two offensive lines is that Euclid's offensive line is much more athletic, whereas Lorain, I think, is much bigger.
Well, plus a lot of those kids were all conference last year and all county, so we've got some talent on that line also. Somebody got to get over there and cover number 1.
No. Torres was on a blitz and hurried to throw a little bit, and that might have been the only thing that kept Brown from being off to the races again, as he was out there on the swing, and the pass was too short. So it is 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, you got to watch Brown and Lindsey.
And I don't think that there's anything out of the playbook here. I think that they think they can pick up 1 yard when they need it. And I wouldn't be surprised. Quarterback draw. There's 1 and more. Nobody accounted for him. Chavis with the shoulders him down at about the 20. But big gain right there. All the way down to the 20-yard line. And Euclid in business with 53 seconds to go. 1st and 10.
Need a stop.
Valentine rolls. He's got guys looking for somebody to block. Now he pulls it down. He's going to keep it again. And he goes inside the 10 to about the 8, and there's a flag from the side. Well, this will be interesting.
I see a Euclid man jumping around like he's disappointed.
Yeah, upset. Like, what did I do? Number 53 is not a happy Panther. That is a Sean Berry, who is the center, and he's going to be a little bit more unhappy with the personal foul there. Instead of the 8, they'll go back to the 22. So it'll still be 1st and 10, but now with 38 seconds to go, they're on the 22. Now, what's that mean in real terms? I mean, they can score from anywhere at any time. They're much like Lorain. They've got playmakers across the field. But, you know, Valentine was 3 for minus 30 last week, Tom, and he's had 2 carries right now for about 30. Straight back rolling. Got the out pattern. They do a nice job of going down and coming back. In front of Dower that time, it was 16, Clayshawn Ivory. And 1st down with 21 seconds to go. At the 11. Now substitute comes in. McGuire comes in as the running back. Brown goes out. He's going to be a tight end this time.
He's like a wing.
Well, he's like a wing. He's off the ball, I guess. Yeah. Now they stop, they look. Nobody's signaling. 5 seconds to go. Timeout. Euclid has to burn one. The clock was stopped. That wasn't the issue. The issue was the play clock was under 5 seconds. So Euclid had them and took one of their. I think that leaves them with one now.
You know, the 7 points. The stop versus the touchdown is more than just 7 points. It's momentum that really matters when you're going into the locker room.
Titans will get the ball coming out.
Yeah. And if it comes out 14-14, you know, they won the momentum game at the end of this quarter.
Well, when you give up a score on the opening drive and then fumble the kickoff, you know, 14-14 is a dream scenario. But if you get a stop here, especially. So, out come the Panthers. Let's see what we got here. Valentine has behind him now 36 Jabir Mujahid, who now shifts to his left, going to roll that way. Evans on a blitz, hit him as he throws. There's nobody there. There's a flag for a takedown in the middle.
Oh, he was on Weatherspoon.
Weatherspoon got tackled.
There's probably a 100-pound difference right there.
Weatherspoon, if Weatherspoon weighs 165 pounds, he's holding a bagel in each hand.
Okay, so there's a 130-pound difference there.
They're going to walk back again. That's only 5. Let's see what the call is. I'm looking for a signal. Face mask, inadvertent face mask.
On who?
On Euclid. That was on the center.
On the center? Okay.
Yeah, so with 17 seconds to go, it is 1st and 15 from the 16. They can pick up a 1st down. Now behind Valentine is Savion Jones, number 20. The lines at the popcorn won't be that long at halftime, as many guys they run in the backfield. Valentine over the middle has a man into the end zone in front of Cam Davis. That was number 5, Dravon Lindsay, with 11 seconds to go. Now the clock is stopping. Let's see. Timeout Euclid. No touchdown. Oh, okay, I see.
Or they got the ball on the 1?
Oh, they've got the ball on the 1. Interesting. That was, Joe, much like the call we saw at Euclid or at Midview last week when Dower was laying on the light blue of the Midview end zone and they called him down. I'm a Lorain High homer, and I thought he was in. Wow.
I seen Brown was 2 yards in there, and he was right behind him touching, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
now
well. Does Lorain jump into a 6 or 7, 8 man line?
They have a goal line now.
Okay.
Now, they still got Weatherspoon in. That's interesting. Do they dare run it with 11 seconds to go and no timeouts? Now they go to the full I. 13, Valentine. has Jones as the tailback. Straight ahead.
He did not make it.
Nothing. And that's going to be the end of the half. Valentine 2. Spot the ball 1. That'll do it. Titans hold on the 1. Titans hold. The biggest play of the game thus far is made by the middle of the Titans goal line defense as they keep Euclid out from the 2-yard line and keep this game tied at 14. What a first half. The Titans, with everything that went wrong, are tied at 14. We'll take a break for now, Tom, and Joe Bach will be back with the Lorain High Band Show, and then we'll be back with more after the third quarter after this timeout.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
In an instant, life can change. Hi, I'm veteran J.R. Martinez. If you've been hurt or disabled due to your service, the last thing you need to do is hurry up and wait for a VA claims decision. Make sure you file an electronic, fully developed claim or e-claim for disability compensation on e-benefits. It's the fastest and easiest way to get a claims decision. Learn more at ebenefits.va.gov. E-claims and e-benefits. Online VA claims made simple.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Back here at Euclid Stadium, and Mbai is going to put the ball in play for Euclid, tied at 14 as we go into it. The Titans will take a deep kick. That's Dower at the 5, straight ahead, 20, cuts 25, hits a hole out to about the 20 to the 23-yard line. Let's see where they finally put it down. Make it the 22.
Now you wonder what halftime adjustments each team have made.
Well, Tom, we were laughing the first half about the 7 seconds that disappeared off the Lorain after the Lorain touchdown, and Joe Bach turned at the end of the half as we were going off the air and said, "You think Rodsky'd like to have the 7 seconds back now?" As the half ended with them trying to spike the ball on the 1, and the Titan defense stopping the quarterback sneak to end the half. Jackson, the quarterback, trips to the right. Running back looks to pick up. He looks long. He looks for Lighty. Lighty gets incidentally knocked down.
Feet tangled.
That was no penalty.
Everyone on the Lorain side wants it, though, but
I mean, I don't even think there was much yelling and screaming on the Lorain bench, was there? They just tangled feet.
Yeah. I see one adjustment right away. Look at the tightness of the line.
The line splits are tight, much tighter. And they are usually in the 3-foot range for the Titans. They've closed it down almost foot to foot.
This looks like
Bill Jones.
Bill Jones
is wedge blocking. Nobody in the. There's a back there with. That is 33. Jalen Shears. Jackson rolls. Jackson gets his shirt taken off and throws an interception.
See, that's
the bad decision right there. Jordan Jackson going to the turf and threw it up for grabs. He had a couple men in the area, but Euclid
out-jumped them all.
Out-jumps them, and Jackson is down on the turf. He's up now.
Yeah. I always tell quarterbacks way back in the day, when you want to get rid of it, make sure you hit about the 3rd row up in the bleachers.
Look for mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Euclid takes over on the 30. Now to end the half, they took over, I believe, at about the 36, didn't they, Tom?
Yeah.
And they kept going inside the 10, and penalties pushed them back, and finally ended up with 1st and goal at the 2. Quarterback sneak to the 1, and then the clock ran out. Valentine under center, offset eye in the backfield for the first time. The running power, and it's going to work. Down to the 20, inside the 20. That is number 36, Jabir Mujahid. And into the red zone at the 17, 1st and 10 Euclid on the first carry of the second half. Euclid was much more effective offensively. That's the same guy, and he's inside the 10. He's going to score.
Yes.
So it took.
That was 2 plays.
Mujahid, 2 plays to cover the 30-yard line. Goes in from the 16 yards. Number 36, Jabir Mujahid. 16-yard run. And just like they did in the first half, Euclid goes on top, 20 looking for 21. Mamadou Mbai to try the extra point. Whistle. jumping around. Now, 5 yards isn't going to matter a hill of beans to this guy.
Not to him.
Pyrrhic victory. They'll move it back 5, so he'll kick it from the 15. Wake me when it gets to the 40. Okay. Snap back and down. Kick away. Kick is true. And we've played 38 seconds of the third quarter. Titans with a turnover, give up a touchdown from it. 21-14, Euclid on top. And the turnover in the first half didn't hurt them. But the turnover here in the second half, right off the bat, causes some issues. And, you know, we don't know. Jordan Jackson was shaken up, and I'm trying to find him over there on the sideline. Now, I can't tell if that's him on the bench at about the 47-yard line. Somebody, but I don't see number 5. I would imagine if I find Coach McFarland, I'm going to find number 5. Well, you know, the Titans, like they did in the first half, face a gut check.
Yeah, you got to come out now.
Titans had, in the first half, had 115 yards passing, 10 of 12, and -9 on the ground.
And they had a couple nice-looking runs, but they also had a lot of sacks.
Yep.
Big-time sacks.
Euclid had 184 yards in the first half. Seemed like more, quite honestly. Mbai to put foot into ball. Mbai spins it along the turf, picked up at the 30-yard line. This is Devontae Jackson out to about the 37. Titans will take over in their best starting position
of the night.
Yeah. Again, down 7. They've trailed at every stop. It was 7-0, 14-7, now 21-14. Titans have been playing from behind and evening it up.
I see Jordan's out there.
Okay, Jackson is in the huddle. 11-17 to go, third quarter. Addis over the ball. Chavis is in the backfield with Jackson. Timeout, Lorain. Mike Smith was lined up at tight end there. I don't know. I'm thinking that we had him covered up with a wide receiver out here.
I'm sure he did.
That's part of the problem, because we very, very seldom run a tight end. And it would
be
much more likely to be Zach Evans than it is Mike Smith. Offensive line is Addis at center, the freshman, or rookie as they call him.
The baby, I heard him baby.
Yeah. Tarpley and Alzier, Colin Thomas, and Arthur Lucas. Now, they still have a tight end, but he's split out. 4 receivers to the near side. That's Jackson, about 8 yards, the nearest to the tackle. There's the bubble. Dower gets hit behind the line before they're up before he can turn. They're just committing extra people to the Dower-Lighty bubble.
You know, theoretically, you're not allowed to block when the ball's in the air unless it's passed behind. Not behind the line, but behind the...
You can block if the ball is passed behind the line in high school football.
Okay. I thought it had to be passed behind as a lateral.
No.
Okay.
Now the Lighty switches sides, putting 2 to each side. 2nd and 14 for the Titans. Option, pitch. Chavis makes the first man miss. Gets 5, gets 7. Out to the 40. Good gain on second down, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
We're still a little bit behind the sticks there, but it's a lot better than it was before. I can see the advantage of that light up number over there now.
Yeah, it stands out now. We were talking at halftime with some of the Euclid people in the press box, and the plan is to keep the old stadium around and use it as a middle school and track facility. Jackson, bubble to Leidy. Leidy runs into a gang, but makes a nice cut. Leidy's got the first down, out to the 49 or 50. Move it out to the 50 and spot the ball, 1st and 10. Nice move there by Tyshawn with 10:01 to go, third quarter.
They're working back in towards the middle on that bubble.
And was able to plant a foot and bop it back to the outside away from the traffic. Cario Edwards is split here. Somebody's got to get up on the line on that side now. Zach gets up to the 50. Jackson out in the slot on this side. Option look again. Jackson pulls it down, tucks it in, and gains 1. Across the 50 to the 49. They were much more prepared because we were much more balanced.
Well,
2nd and 9. Tom, I don't think there's any doubt, and the first half didn't do anything to change my mind, that this is the best team the Titans will play all year.
I'm sure it is. I don't know about the Canadian teams, but I'm sure.
Well, they have St. Ignatius next week. And then they are in a conference with Mentor and Solon. Jackson looks for Chavis. Jackson has Chavis.
Nice catch.
First down and more. Cuts it at the 40, 30, 25. 2 hands on the ball down to about the 22.
That was a beautiful catch.
That was, talk about a confidence booster for number 5. Jordan Jackson stood in there and just let him clear. And, third man out on a side is hard to cover. And he snuck out late.
But you see that tightening up of the line.
Splits. Good
gave him
eye,
a nice little pocket.
A very good eye on your part. 8:44 to go, clock running. 21-14 in the third. Euclid on top. That's the little counter move. Dowers splits the line. Dowers going in. Dalen Dower, he ducked under a tackle and went 22 yards. And don't ask me how.
They're tightened up. They tightened up ankle to ankle, but they're still pulling and trapping. So
Dower goes 22 yards. By far the longest run from scrimmage for Lorain. And, Tom, that looked like it was going nowhere. And I don't know how Dalen made himself small. He ducked under
everyone,
And, once you saw him appear on the other side, you knew it was over. He scored from 22. He could have scored from 62 with the way he popped free. Rodriguez to attempt the kick. High snap again. Ball up. Ball is driven through.
And good.
Mark Rodriguez has 3 for 3. And it's tied up at 21. Now, eventually, we've got to break their serve and go ahead if we're going to try and win.
Yeah, exactly.
Very difficult to be the responding team every time. Now, the scoreboard still says 21-20.
I think he signaled good, didn't he? Yeah, it's good.
Okay, there it is.
I'm looking down at that field. Doesn't it look like we just entered a rainstorm? Is that slick on purpose?
There's a little bit of a glare off the field.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't seen Lorain turf this dark to know if it's going to do the same thing. Now,
it just looks like it's been wet down.
Well, I think the lights are lower here than they are at George Daniel, for one thing.
Those are directional high-intensity LEDs.
Okay, that's caused. Joe Box says it's caused by the directional high-intensity LEDs. For all of you electronics fans, you know what he's talking about. The rest of us means the field is shiny.
Slick, I called it.
Mark Rodriguez to kick for the Titans. Bounces it along the ground to the 35. Recovered right there as it took a funky hop, which is what you're hoping for. Weatherspoon was right there. But
he's the gunner.
On the ball was number 9, Raylan McGuire. Now, it's not often that you send your backup nose man down as the gunner. Matt Weatherspoon, the senior, they list him as 5'11", 195. Let me tell you, I've watched Matt Weatherspoon work out in the weight room and at practice. That's what he dreams of being. Because because he's about 160, 165. He's in there at the nose right now. Melendez and McCall are to either side. Straight back, Valentine wants the slant. Had the man, bobbled it, but hung on. First down. There was nobody in that area.
No.
That was Raylan McGuire, and there was not a soul.
They're exploring that middle.
And I don't know whether the safeties are dropping too deep or the linebackers are not dropping at all because of the run. Now there's the run. He
Ball
lost
was on the
football.
ground. I think he recovered it again.
Yeah, he fell right on top of it. Evans was there for Lorain along with Melendez, but
all week I'm sure they've been telling those linebackers, you got to stop the right, you got to stop the big tailback, you got to stop the big tailback, and you don't work on your drops as much.
There's the counter look. He's going to roll to the near side. He's got a man out here, and again, all alone. Devontae Jackson has to submarine Eric Hodden, that 245-pound fullback, but he's got a first down at the 38-yard line. And Euclid, they've been a juggernaut offensively, moving the ball at will almost. There's the handoff, breaks the first line, missed tackle in the backfield, and down for another big gain is number 4, Job Rand.
Yeah.
Down to the 26.
Yeah, McCall was in there. He just missed a shoestring tackle.
Gain of 11, first down. That's one of the times we've over-penetrated. Mm-hmm. We've been very good at not overrunning that play. There's the hard count and look to the sideline. It's a man with maracas on the sideline. They stretch it out. That's Rand, and nope. Yeah, that's Rand, and he's tackled. Evans, Weatherspoon over there.
I think those maracas are just red gloves that he changed at halftime, so he's visible to the offense. It looks over to him.
Red is a different color than anything on the sideline, so there's no doubt about that.
Here comes that pass over the middle.
There it is. Evans was early for sure, but no call. Titans get a break. Jerry Evans followed Raylan McGuire across the middle. To the naked eye, to this naked eye, it looked like he was a count early. But the official, who was 10 yards instead of 100 yards away, said no. He's probably not our age either, Tom.
Yeah, these tired of eyes didn't see it either.
3rd and 6. Valentine rolling again. He's got a man. Off the hands.
That's the first time Browns dropped the ball.
First thing Browns were done wrong. And now, you know who that was out in coverage? That was the defensive end, Malik McCall. Now, I'm going to guess that Malik has stepped off the line that time in some sort of a blitz situation. Oh, he's playing.
He's playing the line.
33, Jalen Shears is out there.
Well, here comes the trips.
As the linebacker on that side, Chavis getting a break. There's the fake. 4th down here. Valentine keeps it. Valentine's pulled down, and the Titans dodge another one. Jalen Shears and Nate Melendez get home. And I think our buddy Weatherspoon was in that area too. But nice job by Jalen Shears. There's another guy. Let's see what they list him at. Jalen Shears, they list at 5'10", 186.
That's a little bit of a stretch. 5'6" is accurate.
I was going to say 5'6" on a good day with his cleats on concrete. But you know what? He's very, very, very strong for his size and a good athlete. 6:39 to go, 3rd quarter. Titans tied at 21. Stop Euclid on downs and take over at their own 26.
Now they need to drive. Got 2 backs in the backfield with Jackson now.
Tight line splits. Jackson straight back, wants to throw, wants to air it out, sends it over the middle. Lighty diving catch across the 50 to the 47. Tyshawn Lighty's having himself a football game. He's got a 69-yard touchdown, and we're going to give him 27 right there. Lighty's going to get a blow. Jackson runs in after talking to Coach McFarland. Clock's at 14 already.
Come on.
Get him out of the huddle, but they're in no rush, and it's at 6. He's signaling to hurry up. 3. They get the snap off in time. Here's the
Dower.
Counter. That's the play he scored.
That's the
Dower into the backfield, makes a cut down inside the 35 to the 33. Dower for 14. All of a sudden, that little, I hesitate to call it a cross buck, Tom, but it's that little counterplay action in the backfield where the back scissors.
If there's any old Lorain High alumni out there listening, that was what we used to call the Texas.
I think there's one down there that came with you, isn't there?
Yeah, it is.
Jackson, 1st and 10 play, steps up in the pocket, and he got whacked.
Yeah.
That was an extra man coming that time. That was the linebacker, Sean Jackson.
The line held out to who they thought they had to, but they're not experienced enough to pick up
the little bit of a delay.
All the blitzing and that.
And then loss of 7 now, 2nd and 17. Lorain big time behind the sticks here. Lighty is back. He'll be over on the far side with Evans. Near side, Cario Edwards. Devontae Jackson is in the backfield with Chavis, I believe.
Right tackle.
That was Dower in the backfield, but the right tackle, Colin Thomas, 52, moved early. So another 5. And like Euclid, if you're gonna go 40, you might as well go 45. Both of these offenses are anytime, anywhere kinds of offenses. In fact, I would say that the defenses have been rather good at 21 all. Snap back. Jackson looked for the screen. There it is. Oh, he threw it wide. And it's a good thing he did. Now, I don't know if he did that on purpose or not, but he saved about 5 or 6 yards. Chavis was out there with a couple of blue shirts.
Yeah. There was more blue shirts out there than white shirts on the screen.
I think what they're forgetting about on that screen is the hold 'em for a count or two.
Yeah.
And one thing that will happen as he gets more experience is Jordan will get quicker getting to that drop. It's more of a back pedal now than a standard quarterback drop. Steps up, makes a move, gets caught, thrown down, loss of about 2 or 3. Let's see where they spot this. How about that? Spot it right at the 50 for a loss of 5. And it'll be 4th and 27. Whistle.
I don't know.
I don't know what you have in your playbook
27
here
for 7 yards.
So now Chavis is doing the glove thing again. Spins the ball. That means he's going for it. Throws it out there. Got Zach Evans off his hands. His hands got turned around.
Usually he catches that pass. Usually he catches that
98
pass.
times out of 100.
Yeah.
Usually he catches it, and it went off the hands incomplete.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful throw.
Yep. Good gamble, I guess.
We'll
what
see.
you got to do, because you got to make something happen.
Right. You're looking to break serve. You're looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. 3:56 to go in the third, and you've been behind 7-0, 14-7, and 21-14, and tied it up each time. Quickly over the ball is Euclid I formation for Valentine. Turn, give to the I back. Straight ahead, that's Mujahid, and he breaks a tackle, shoestring tackle by Lighty, down inside the 35 to about the 32. First down, Euclid. They get 18 right off the bat on the isolation play, Tom.
Yeah.
This is good old football right here.
Some hard counts out there. Lorain's not jumping.
Look at the weird split between the guard and the tackle on this side.
Yes.
The guard is a yard behind the tackle.
Is he going to pull and trap?
Looks like there's no weight on his hands. Okay.
He's just going to slide.
Yeah. And there's Brown. Gets about 6 and gets stood up by Chavis, waiting for friends to arrive. Lighty gets there. Also Weatherspoon out there in the vicinity. Second down, about 4. 3:05 to go, third quarter. There's the stretch play. Gets the corner. Titans waited for him there one of the few times tonight. Manning, well, Evans got there first, but Manning was kind of out there and just got to come up and make a play.
Yeah. And that is the little difference of how Euclid is playing it, because they are coming up hard, real hard.
First and 10 at the 15. Into the middle, Rand looked like he had a hole, then he looked like he was going to be stopped, and he got about 5. Was that Melendez or McDowell in there? One of them got into.
I don't know. I didn't see that.
Piece. There's Rand again. He's going to score.
He's just running back behind the big boy over there.
2:28 of the third, and Euclid jumps back on top on a 10-yard run. And number 90, Mamadou Mbai. You know, several years ago, there was a basketball player named Mamadou Njai who started at the University of North Carolina, transferred to Michigan for his senior years. He was a big 7-footer, and I'll finish it after the extra point. Snap back, good snap, good hold, kick up, kick good.
Very good.
And all I can remember the time that I saw Mamadou Njai play in Columbus was a Michigan fan standing up behind the bench with a sign that said, "Nobody rebounds more than Mamadou."
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you that nobody kicks much better than this Mamadou Mbai, who's got 4 more extra points to go with the 6 he made last week. 10 out of 10, and also a weapon on the kickoff. He's put a couple into the end zone. The Titans find themselves in a familiar spot, down 7.
I would say he's in range anytime they get inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, I would agree. You know what this is reminding me of the Bedford game last year, where it seemed like we were always a play behind. And if you remember, that came down to them going for a 4th down and 1 on on their 10-yard line and making it. If we'd have held them, we'd have had 1st and goal.
Yeah.
Now, Lighty comes, or Dower comes up to talk to his line mates up front. He is back with Cario Edwards.
There's some communications out there. I don't know if they're setting up some sort of big-time return.
Or talking about the pooch. The last one, remember, went to an up back. Devontae Jackson caught it at the 30. So they've done about everything. They have varied their kickoffs. I'm guessing intentionally. Foot to ball, it's a low line drive, hits Dower in the chest at the 10. 20, makes a cut to 25, hits a hole hard, and gets out to about the 30-yard line. Reminiscent of Chavis's return last week, where he kind of was very patient, waiting for a hole. Dower, waited and made one cut, which is all you have time for on a return, and got it out to the 30. So that's where the Titans will put it in play. 28-21, Euclid on top.
Yeah, they got to do something to get outside.
No. The full backfield. Edwards is out here. Devontae Jackson comes out on the flank. Evans is up top. Gives straight ahead. That's a tiptoe run. That's not going to go very far. Now got a couple out of nothing.
There's Chavis.
So Savon Chavis, the ball carrier. Gain of 2 makes it 2nd and 8. And, Tom, this is a little bit of what you called for in the first half is got to keep him a little bit honest running the middle.
You just can't let those big linemen just tee off.
Yeah. And the guy over the nose is a big fella.
It looks like Jackson sees something.
Yeah.
Last time he saw
the play. He wanted Chavis, and that didn't go anywhere. The offensive line inside did not get a push. They got pushed back.
Yeah.
And the consequence, loss of the two that he just gained. Titans huddle 3rd and 10. Minute 15 to go, and the clock is ticking in the third quarter. Addis gets him up over the ball. Jackson's got split backs back there, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Straight back, steps up and gets smoked.
See,
pitched it. He pitched it to Colin Thomas, his offensive tackle, who took the pitch and got it ahead 3 or 4 yards out to the 20.
I know he got 3 or 4, but you can't do those kind of things against a great team.
Well, and thank goodness Colin Thomas was looking. Because you don't usually toss the ball back to number 52s. So, 4th down and 14. Let's see what we dial up here. Again, the split backs. Twins to the near side. Pooches it away, straight up. Straight up. It's going to hit at about the 48, bounce across the 50, and it's going to roll, be touched dead at the 47.
Now you got to hold him. You got to hold. You can't let him get up 2.
Yeah, you don't need a service break here. So the situation with 12 seconds to go in the third quarter, Euclid is on top, 28-21, and they'll take over on their 47. And Tom, you know, we've talked about it and touched on it, but the field position in this game has been a huge part of the story and way in the advantage of the Euclid Panthers. And part of that is the lack of a true punting game by the Titans.
And the fact Lorain hasn't been able to sustain 2 or 3 first downs.
Yeah, the position where we're punting from.
Yeah, the last couple plays.
Valentine comes out again. Now it looks like good old power football with the I formation. Turn and give, and breaking through is Mujahid, and he's down inside the 35.
Javon Manning. Nice tackle, Javon Manning. Wrapped him up and took him to the ground. But
well, you know, they're starting to wear down now.
20, yeah.
I think, you know, that's going to end the third quarter. Euclid in business, 1st and 10 on the Lorain 32. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this timeout.
Hi, my name is Israel Cedillo. I am 17 years old and in 11th grade at Lorain High School. I'm studying climate control through Lorain High's Career Tech Education program. I started the climate control program in the 10th grade. I learned all about the basics of furnaces, building a room, drywall, pretty much everything a house would ever need. I am not the type of guy to be sitting behind a computer all day. I am a very hands-on person. From the start, you learn that safety's first because we handle dangerous, hazardous machinery equipment. Then there's bookwork, and then you get into the hands-on part. You learn heating and electrical. I'm working on taking several certifications while I'm still in high school. After that, I'm going to go to LCC for 2 years for architectural design. I want to be my own contractor. I'm learning how to do everything that a house needs to be built at Lorain High. I knew what I wanted to do, and now I know how to do it. And it's all thanks to Lorain High's Climate Control Career Tech program.
Back here to start the fourth quarter, Euclid Panthers with the ball. 1st and 10 on the 32. They lead 28-21. I formation for the quarterback Valentine. It is number 36, Jabir Mujahid, in the backfield, the tailback, and he's done a lot of the damage this quarter. Whistle. I think we had a false start on the left side of the line.
That was, who was 52?
I'm looking for Coach Rotsky. It looks like they either put him in timeout or calmed him down somehow.
That was Johnson. He waved to Rotsky like, calm down. I know. I got it. It won't happen again.
Left tackle. Okay. Almost Lorain jumps. Three-step drop, throws the out. He's got a man. Davis gets called as he never
look back.
Never, and you don't have to in high school football, to be honest.
No.
But the fact that he bumped him and wasn't looking back is going to give it the 15 yards.
15.
So now everybody's moving way up, but it's going to be from the 37 to the 22.
Yeah.
It's funny because different sports and different
levels.
Cam Davis, the basketball stopper that got some of the big plays on the road to Columbus last year, and it was because of his ability to focus on the man and not watch the ball until the man turned. Now, this is just the opposite. And he got caught focusing on the man.
Long football, a little bit different. Long football passes.
Instead of looking back when the receiver looked for the ball. 1st and 10, Euclid at the 22. Eric Hodnut, 245-pound fullback, to lead the way. Mujahid inside the 15, down, carries Cairo Smith down to the 10. There was no hit that time. Cairo just had to jump on the back, and they're going to spot it at the 11. Rode him to the ground. It's 1st and 10. They can make a first down inside the 1. Same play. That was a little bit better.
That's kind of basically what I thought Wright was going to be doing for him. But, you know, they have some talent at tailback.
Melendez and Smith on the tackle for Lorain. Gain of 1, maybe. 11-20. Titans in big need of a stop here. Straight back fade pattern. He's got a man out there, and he caught it, and he was inbounds. There was the look that we've been looking for.
Yeah.
And that is Drayvon Lindsay, who they listed 190 pounds. He's probably 6'2", and Cam Davis is 5'7", 5'8".
And I think Lindsay might have been All-State last year.
Could have been. And our guy Mamadou Mbai in to try the extra point. Valentine, the quarterback, is the holder. Good snap, spot down, and
true.
Nobody kicks it straighter than Mamadou. So for the first time this evening, a team has scored twice in a row. And Euclid opens up a 14-point lead at 35-21. Titans in a big hole, and you got to worry about the clock as your enemy now. You're in the 4th quarter. Of course, the big play capability of both of these teams makes the clock less of an issue than it might normally be.
Another issue that you got to get them back up. You know, you've seen them walking over the thing, and their heads are hung. I mean, you need a big offensive play now to get them back into the spirit of the game.
Absolutely. You know, perversely, Tom, I know we have to score on this possession.
Yeah.
But I don't think right now the Titans need a 90-yard touchdown return. They need to let their defensive guys rest a minute.
It'd be nice if they had an 80-yard drive.
Yeah.
That takes about 6 or 7 minutes off the clock.
I don't want to take that much. I want to have time when we get the ball back, because now we need 2. Just let those guys huddle up and catch their breath. They don't have a lot of guys playing both ways.
No.
Especially in the front 7. Only Evans and Chavis, and they've been giving Chavis some blows. Mbai kicks it down. This time it's Cario Edwards, 20, 25, sideways. Still, there's a flag. I think they got Cam Davis trying to
illegal block,
make a block behind the play at the 25. So the Titans are going to start at the 15.
Well, you need an 85-yard drive then.
Yep. Hold. Block in the back, and I think they said receiving team. So it takes it back to the 15. Now we hit one from 69 early in the first half. Look at that defense. It looks fast, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It's just the kind of players that Roski ends up with wherever he goes, is the linebacker.
Yeah, I'm looking like
you got a 49 and a 52 that are the bigger guys on there. 52's listed at 3 1/4. He's a big boy. And 49 is listed at 215. He looks like he's the second biggest guy. That's Evans. Evans runs away, gets caught by the shirt tail across the 50 and down at the 47. Zach Evans, and he was a tucked-in shirt away from scoring, maybe.
Craig got a little twist on that ankle.
Comes up with a little twist.
Yeah.
He's going to take a play off, catch his breath, I'm sure. I know one thing, Zach Evans is not coming out of this football game unless that bone is sticking out. Cario Edwards and Lighty to the near side. Edwards on the slot, Lighty up on the line. Now they switch. Edwards comes outside. Up here they're calling for the bubble screen. They want Lighty. They want it over the middle.
Yeah.
It's a little bit behind him.
I like the call, though.
Yep, nice. Well, you know what?
A little bit deeper, though, maybe.
Jalen Jacobs, the linebacker, was there. Well, the other thing was when you had to switch the formation, you kind of
give it away.
Said, here, we're coming over there.
We give it away, yeah.
We don't want to throw it to you, Cario. We want to throw it to Tyshawn. Yeah. 2nd down and 10. Euclid players trying to encourage the fans. They understand what a stop would do here. Jackson steps up, pulls it down, tackled for a sack behind the 50 to the 47, loss of 6. He's just got to get rid of that one, Tom.
Yeah.
That was what you call your coverage sack. So now it's 3rd and 16. Make it 17. So they spot him at the 46. Now, a couple times tonight, the Titans have been bailed out in this situation by long penalties on the defense. But I don't think you want to count on a personal foul at this point. Dower in motion to come over here and join Lighty. Evans is back and in at the top by himself. Jackson goes straight back, steps up. There's a hold. Jackson going to pull it down and run. He's across the 40. He's got first down yardage, but it's going to come back on a hold.
Yeah.
That was as plain as the nose on your face, I'm afraid. So nice ad lib by Jordan Jackson goes for naught. As he stepped up in the hole, one of the interior guys grabbed on, and I couldn't tell you who it was, but it was pretty clear that the official threw the flag right at him. Spot of the foul penalty takes it from the 42 back to the 32. So now the Titans need to go to Wycliffe to make a first down.
At least to
well, it's
brush,
they got to get to the 37, and they're on the 32, so that's 18 and 13, 31. Jackson, what do you call on 3rd and 31? Lighty, that's a good idea. Lighty gets across the 50, down inside the 45 to the 43. Another big gainer for Tyshawn. As we said, he's had a big game. So it's going to be 4th and 6. It's a lot easier than 4th and 31. Nice throw by Jackson that time. Stepped up and threw
a beautiful
bullet.
catch. But you expect Lighty to catch that because
he can touch it.
Yeah.
Now Devontae Jackson coming in. Zach Evans is out here with Cario Edwards inside of him.
If I'm not mistaken, that's McDowell Center. I may be wrong.
I don't know. Devontae Jackson goes out alone to the top side. Play's coming this way, fellas. He's going to throw it to Dower. Nope, he's going to throw it long. He wants Evans, and instead it's intercepted inside the 5. Still alive is number 2, Jackson. Jackson is spun down. by Edwards at the 23-yard line. And to be perfectly honest with you, that's as good as a punt.
Kind of better than some of them, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was spooky for a while, but they're going to mark it at the 24. And if we weren't going to make it, I'm glad they caught it. Because if they swatted it down, they would have got it back at about the 37. 43, excuse me. Euclid takes over, and now they're in control. All the variables in their favor. Plus 14, 8:18 to go on the clock, and they have the football. And Valentine is in the I formation, and we're going to see, I believe that's Mr. Mujahid, and we have seen a steady diet of him tonight. It's interesting. We have not seen the guy we expected to see tonight, and that's Brandon Wright. We expected to see him featured based off of last week's, and he hadn't left the bench this half.
No. I don't think he played in the second quarter either.
He started the game for them. Well, the second quarter they spent throwing the ball around a lot, too.
I think he did get tackled twice, maybe even for losses. Yeah. But they were psyched up. I mean, that was
early on.
Yeah, playing for emotions there.
There's Mujahid on the stretch, and he got a big hole. Got an angle on Manning. Gets out across the 45. Jackson slowed him up so Manning could get there.
There was a clip right there.
Now Kelvin Torres for Lorain is down, as is number 57, Jalen Jackson for Euclid. And I don't know what they did, but while we sort it out, we're going to take time out. 7:31 to go. Euclid by 14. Back with more after this.
Opportunities present themselves every day. Opportunities that move us forward. Opportunities to serve part-time in your community while continuing their full-time careers or education to help keep our nation safe at home and around the globe. Explore your opportunities in the Air Force Reserve.
Kelvin Torres has been replaced by 38 Michael Smith at inside linebacker. Euclid has a 1st and 10 at their own 46 here with 7:20 to go, clock ticking. There's the isolation play, doesn't go anywhere. There's McDowell, Melendez, get there, along with Dominic Critelli, number 30.
I see they moved Dalen Dower.
That's Mike Smith. I'm sorry.
They moved Dalen Dower over here as a stop corner on Lindsay.
That's their late game, late down situation. Coach McFarland in the Chronicle today said that's his future as a shutdown corner. They get a read on the defense. They look over to the coach. Nice way to follow the block by Joe Brand.
McDowell ran him down from behind.
155-pound running back's a little bit different.
Yeah.
You're trying to tackle.
They run that big reach. McDowell just found himself a little gap in there. Now he's over at that right end.
Mujahid back in the I back. 3rd and 4. 7 seconds in the clock. Bounces off Cairo Smith and picks up the 1st down, although there is a flag on the play. Now, they got a hold. They got the wide receiver, Raylan McGuire, holding one of our backers, or I think it was Cairo. So the first down is negated as they go back to the line and march off. They march off 10 from the spot because it was a running play. Back to the 45, so it'll be, instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 3rd and 11, but there's 5:45 to go. Titans are going to have a turnover here at some point.
Well, which they haven't had all game, you know. That's,
they had the one, the fumble recovery.
Yeah, exactly, recovered, but nothing big.
Nothing what they could move the ball.
Because I was thinking as they threw the ball, you would think there had been an interception in her.
No.
The way Lighty plays that secondary.
Valentine wants to throw now. And he throws long. He's got a man as open as Denny's.
And he
lost the ball out of bounds. Officials are going to confer and spot it at the 13, and I certainly agree with them that was a catch.
Oh, yeah. There was no question.
That was a busted coverage. Raylan McGuire was just running free outside the numbers. Valentine did a great job to find it and just lay it up in the air where he could run under it.
Well, first he had to beat off something. There was a potential sack out there.
In a perverse way, it's an advantage that he didn't score for Euclid.
Yeah.
Because it lets him run some more clock at 5:18. Obviously, a 21-point deficit is all but insurmountable. Valentine, I think he busted that play, but he keeps it himself and gets run out of bounds at about the 2. Now that should be a first down. Well, they're right at the 3 is the official on the far hash. Here comes the goal line defense that did a good job at the half. Good to see Kelvin Torres back in. Cheers is in as part of that.
Dowers
going out.
Davis is back in.
Yeah. Now, remember the size advantage they took advantage of once on this near side with Cam Davis guarding Lindsey, but at this point, I think you might see the I-back, who is Savion Jones now. They switched the tight end in motion, and Jones bounces it to the outside and gets stood up and goes nowhere. Lighty came up to stand him up, and Chavis had him by the ankle, and then their buddies came over to clean him up. Jalen Cheers among them.
That's how you play goal line defense.
Yep. Now, next time you got to take the ball.
Yeah.
4:48 clock ticking. Things are not looking good in Titanland right now. Valentine going back under center. Rand is the I-back. Turn, he gets it. He gets caught in the backfield. Nice job there.
McDowell
That's
on his
the
ankle.
secret weapon. Yeah, Isaiah McDowell shoots a gap and got him in the backfield. Now, the good news is it's 3rd down at the 3. 3rd and goal. The bad news is we're under 4 minutes. Valentine in the I formation with Rand behind him. Interesting. 3 receivers to the far side. Now Rand goes to that side. He wants to throw this, and he's just going to keep it. That was easy. Nice cutback lane there by Valentine.
Yeah.
Give him a 3-yard run.
A lot of times that quarterback never is the one that you spy on, but you got to do that on the goal line.
Right. And he redeems himself, I guess, for not getting in at the end of the half and puts a capper on this one. At 41-21, Euclid's going to come out of here unless something really strange happens. And Mamadou Mbai is going to try and put the capper on it. Snap back, spot down, kick up. Your Mamadou it again, Tom. 6 for 6 for the second week in a row for Mamadou Mbai, the Euclid kicker. He's only a junior. Now, you know, the guy that he's listed at 175 pounds, and he looks bigger than that. Now, the guy that we saw kick so effectively from Midview last week, he's a linebacker. The guy that was putting the ball in the end zone?
Yes.
He was a linebacker on the Euclid defense.
Okay.
Mbai just boots it away. I wonder if he's a soccer player.
Yeah, I'm guessing. You don't know what kind of soccer they have out here.
No. I think he's got a vest on. I think that might be what's making him look a little bit bigger than he is, the way his jersey hangs in the back. Well, there's 3:38 to go. Titans up against it as Euclid has scored 3 straight to take a 42-21 stranglehold. Although, I'd never count out a Dave McFarland team, but
I think
we were talking, if Tom, the other day, if this score holds up, I believe this will be the first 20-point loss in Dave McFarland's career at Lorain High. Now that's this is his 6th year, I believe.
I don't remember any. Yeah, you're right.
And, win or lose, they've been competitive in everything. This speaks to the strength of this Euclid team, who next week is going to go up against it again as they take on St. Ignatius. Bounces along. Picked up by the Titans at the 10, and they're not going to get to 15. That's Caesar Jeter, number 21. He got to meet a lot of the fellas there.
He met all 15. He met all of them except the kicker.
That was like a Little League home run. It went through the shortstop's legs and then under the left fielder. And the center fielder had to double back, and he did what he was supposed to and didn't get a good welcome for it. 3:29 to go. And the Titans, you can see in their body language that they kind of know what the outcome of this thing is. Just now getting into the huddles. We're going to see some of the younger skill position players, I think. Jeter remains in the game at the inside receiver on the near side. I guess he's the only. Devontae Jackson, a sophomore, is out to the far side. They only have 10 guys.
I was going to say, they're missing somebody, aren't they?
But you're not going to see Evans, Leidy, or Dower, I don't think. So the math coach called timeout and takes him over to the sideline to huddle up. It's a long bus ride home. But this is the one that you looked to all summer and said, if we can compete with Euclid, we're going to be all right. Yeah. Well, I think they've competed with Euclid.
Well, they did for
and Euclid's a very, very strong club. They're in the other computer region with, they get the
Eds and the
Ignatius and Mentor.
Yeah.
So the Titans will go to Elyria on their road tour and see another new stadium next Saturday afternoon, Tom.
I mentioned Saturday afternoon also. It's not going to be a night game. We'll play under sunshiny day in Elyria, probably.
Yep. I know there's a lot of Lorainites hoping they finish the parking lot between now and then. Jalen Cheers comes in the backfield for Lorain. That's Chavis as well, I believe.
Yes.
Jackson wants to throw, not going to be able to throw. He's going to get thrown back at about the 2 or 3.
Everybody is too deep.
Yep. We've got younger receivers in now. And that big loss back to the 4. 3 minutes to go. Wow, Strongsville over Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
Strongsville goes to 2-0 and Hudson to 0-2. Strongsville, of course, in the conference with Euclid. Counter step there by Jackson. He gets it across the 5 back out to about the 7 or 8. I thought it was real trouble there for a minute, didn't you?
I thought he dropped the ball. Yeah.
Timeout. Euclid. Now it's 2:24 and with a 21-point lead. This is not a move you would associate with class and act.
Well, I was hoping they were going to call timeout to see if they can do some substituting. It doesn't look like that's happening.
No. It's funny, you've got these two teams that have scrimmaged the past few years and agreed to this one-game season, and it really sounds like there's some bad blood here. Yeah. He'll be somewhere else in 2 years, and we'll see him again.
Well, you know something? I did some research on that. You mentioned the state championships. There was a state championship at Chanel,
right,
and a state championship at Maple.
Yeah,
and he wasn't the coach of either one of those teams.
Wasn't he the coach at Chanel?
No, the year before.
Oh, okay.
They won both the Chanel State Championship and then the Menor State Championship the year after he left.
Oh, the Maple?
Maple,
okay.
I mean.
Jackson wants to throw long. He's got a man out there between. Overshoots Cario Edwards, and it's going to be 4th and 16 on the 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought he had 2 state championship belts under his thing, but until I did the research.
I did too.
He left. Of course, it was his team that he had heavily recruited.
Now, you know that doesn't go on. As they said in Casablanca, I'm stunned to find out there's gambling in this establishment.
That's high and short.
Jackson, it's going to bounce. Which way? Sideways. Short round. Isaiah McDowell out there to down it at the 32 with 2:09 to go. Now it looks like we might help. No, it doesn't. There's Valentine in the huddle. Starting unit still in with 2 minutes to go and a 21-point lead for the Panthers. Oh, no, Valentine is in. It'll be Savion Jones who scored the last touchdown, I believe. No, he didn't get in.
Yeah.
He's the eye back. He's behind Hodnett, the fullback. Lindsey is out to the near side, straight back, wanting to throw.
To Lindsey,
picked off by Cam Davis. Davis at the 5, the 10. Davis gets thrown out of bounds and then thrown to the turf. Now that might have been.
I thought there was a flag over there, but there's not.
It's a towel on the field at the 22-yard line, but it's white. Somebody going out to pick it up now.
That's poetic justice right there.
Yeah. Well, thankfully they didn't lose anybody for next week when they have the Ignatius Wildcats. And I don't know the history between these two gentlemen.
Yeah.
But very interesting with two minutes to go and up 21 that you'd want to throw a long pass.
To the All-Stater in the end zone. Who's the backfield in there? Shavis still.
Is it?
But they're tight. They don't look like they have enough guys.
They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't. Now this is substitute 17, Sam Clark. There's he of skinny legs and JV quarterbacking. Gives straight ahead. That's Jalen Cheers, 33. Junior running back. Under 1:40 before they get this spotted. Now they'll start the play clock. The Titans don't have to be in any hurry.
And they're not.
Euclid does have a timeout left should they elect to use it.
Lorain's going to let that clock run down to, and run the.
Devontae Jackson is the quarterback. Now McDowell is in the backfield. Rolling is Devontae, the sophomore. Goes back the other way, pulls it down, cuts in the middle, just finds a place to land. Down at about the 16, loss of a couple. Clock under a minute. still haven't spotted the ball. Clock goes under 50 seconds, which will mean if the Titans keep it on the ground, they don't have to kick it away. They started the clock. They have to snap it with 21. So this should be the last play of the ball game. Give straight ahead for nothing. That's Isaiah. Clock under 20 seconds. Coach McFarland calling him over.
Yep.
Just telling him stay out. Told Devontae just stay in the huddle. So Euclid's going to go to 2-0. Titans will drop to 1-1. And this ball game is going to look a lot more one-sided than it was. It was 7-7 at the end of 1, 14-14 at the end of 2. And halfway through the third, it was 21-21. And then Euclid got 3 as the Titan defense, it seemed like was out there all night, got tired, and Euclid, the big play capabilities, made some.
And he always had the short field. They always coming in from the 50 in, never had to do a long, sustained drive.
Well, I'm trying to watch for the byplay among the coaches. That's the adults. There's some issues down there with the adults. Now the players are milling around.
I see Lorain just walking away.
Yeah. The Euclid players are following the Lorain players to the sideline. There's no sense in them being over there. Chanel, Maple Heights, Cleveland Heights.
And Euclid.
And Euclid. And there's two things that have followed him. Okay. And if you want to know what it is, see me during the week.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lorain jogs off 1-1. 42-21 is the final. And while the Titans played well for 3 quarters, they come away defeated and will go to Elyria next week with an even record and look to get on the winning track. The Euclid Panthers displaying a little bit of less low class here is the word I want to use, Tom, and I probably shouldn't, but there's no reason for them to be following the Titans to the tunnel.
Well, I watched
but it started among the adults, and I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But
I think it started with about 3 minutes left to go in the game with a pass into the end zone.
Well, 206 was intercepted. So there's some bad blood somewhere along the way between these two teams, and it's a shame because this was an excellent high school football team.
It was.
And both of these teams are going to be in the playoffs, I do believe.
Yeah.
And both of them could be very highly seeded in the playoffs. Okay, but
Euclid surprised me with their ability to pass the ball as well as they did. The Valentine really won the battle of the quarterbacks.
Well, and I watched the game against Glenville.
Okay.
And they were impressive, but I didn't expect them to be as explosive in the air as they turned out to be. So, for Joe Bach, who's got us on the air and keeping us here, for Tom Bauer, this is Jay Ferguson reminding everybody it's a great time to be a Titan.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.